Good morning. This is Mr. Doyle, and this is Creative Writing. Buenos dias. Hello. For today, we're going to do a little poetry. Okay? But don't get scared. I'll tell you exactly what to do. It's going to be fun. So let's write a poem. So, what is a poem? A poem, this is how I think about poetry. A poem is a kind of writing that can make up the rules. It's a kind of writing that doesn't have to follow all the rules that you're taught in classes usually. You can kind of make up your own rules when you write a poem. It's a way of saying something in a new or different way. Just to express something or say something in a way that you haven't done before. It's writing that people have to think about. They really have to try to figure out, what does this mean? You kind of give them a job, which actually makes it a little bit easier to write a poem because the person reading it has to figure it out. And usually a poem is about an emotion or a feeling or an idea, maybe a memory, something like that. Here's a very simple poem, a very famous poem by an American poet named William Carlos Williams. The title is This Is Just to Say. Let's see if you can understand these words. I have eaten the plums that were in that icebox, and which you were probably saving for breakfast. Forgive me. They were delicious, so sweet and so cold. That's a poem. The only word you might not know is icebox. That's an old-fashioned word for a refrigerator. Before you plugged a refrigerator in, you had a big box, and you would put ice in it, and you would keep things in there. So this poem is pretty easy to figure out. Somebody woke up, opened the icebox. There were some plums in it. So he took them out, and he ate them, and he wants to say he's sorry if somebody was saving them, but they were really good. And he decided to turn it into a poem. This is an example of how you can make up your own rules. This is a poem that's just a couple sentences strung together, but made to look like a poem by ending the lines at funny places and inserting extra lines between some of the lines, extra spaces between the lines, right? Now, if this is a poem, you guys can write a poem. So what kind of poem should we write today? We're going to write a DADA poem today. DADA was an art movement, and it was just a bunch of artists and writers who were tired of rules and tired of normal things, and they just wanted things to be different. So they tried to make art that didn't follow any rules, and sometimes it didn't make any sense. But they wanted to create something that was new and different. So a Dada poem is kind of a random poem. It means you just grab stuff from all over the place and mix it together. You find words, you mix them together, and boom, you have a poem. So let's make one. So I'm going to go to Schoology, and this is the creative writing class. You see today it says watch the video, write a poem and submit, work on other assignments, and come to office hours from 1 to 3. Come see me at Leap Doyle or the wonderful, spectacular Mr. Clark at Leap Clark from 1 to 3. I got my poet hat on. See that? Okay, so I'm going to go into materials. Can't wait to write me some poetry. I'm going to open assignments. And right now it's kind of faint because I haven't published it yet. I wanted to make this video first. So I'm going to click on this that says write a poem. And then I'm going to click on the link that says write a poem, write a poem. And it's going to take me to a page that says, would you like to make a copy? So I want to make a copy so that each one of you has your own. So I'll make a copy. Click on that. Come on, come on. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. And I'm going to show you an example. It's pretty easy. First, I like to listen to music when I write poetry. So I'm going to open up this thing I was listening to before. The wonderful Miles Davis. Crazy man. Hopefully it's not too loud. So all you have to do is follow these steps. This is just an idea for writing a poem. It might turn out okay, it might not. We'll just try it. It's random, it's DADA. It's just something to try. So we're going to use this space down here to start collecting some words and sentences. And I just came up with a few different things, ways to get new words. So the first one says, open a book or magazine to any page and write down the first sentence on the page. Okay, so I'm going to grab a book. Just grab any old book. I don't want to grab a book of poetry because that would be cheating a little bit. I'm going to grab a biography of a poet. Come on. Hope your bookshelves aren't this messy like mine are. So I just got this book. It's a biography of Emily Dickinson. I'm going to open it to a random page. And at the top it says, "My heart votes for you." So I'm going to write that down. My heart votes for you. Emily told her. Okay? I don't know what that means. I'm just going to leave it there. Number 2, go to this link to find a quotation from Shakespeare and copy and paste it here. Shakespeare is a famous English writer. Everybody thinks he's great, and he wrote in kind of old English. His sentences sound weird and funny, so I'm going to try that. So the second thing I'm going to do is click on this link. And it's going to take me to a website. And I only want one, so here it says number of quotes. Well, I'm going to take 3 because then I can have a choice. So number of quotes 3, and click on generate. Generate. Then it's going to do a little thinking, and it's going to give me 3 quotations from Shakespeare. Off with his head. Neither a borrower nor a lender be, or if you prick us, do we not bleed? If you tickle us, do we not laugh? I like that one. It's actually about it's about racism kind of. So I'm just going to select all of that and copy. And I'm going to go back to my poem, and I'm just going to paste it in here. Just keep it all together, okay? And it's okay if it has the highlighting on it. Write down the name of someone you know very well. That's number 3. So I'm just going to do a couple spaces. I'm write down my daughter's name, Lily. Write a sentence that describes that person. Use as many words as you can. Let's say, Lily is my daughter. She is wonderful and musical and funny. Okay. Go to this link and get 3 random words. So I'm going to go to another link, click on that. This is a link website that just gives you random words, and we're just going to pick some random words. Hope it's going to work. It worked before. I'm going to have to. Come on. Okay. So unfought is the first word it chose me. I'm just going to give this one. Give me another. Siphoned. Copy. Paste. Back. Give me another. Contraptions. Well, that's a good word. Copy. Back. Paste. And one more. Give me another. In spirit. Copy. Oops. Paste. Okay, then number 6, the last one says, close your eyes, turn around, open them, and write the first thing you see. Write as many words as you can. So, close my eyes, turn around, and what do I see? I see stars on the wall and an old man mask. So I'm going to write down stars on the wall and an old man mask. Okay, so I did all those. Finished with that. The next instruction says, now copy all the sentences and paste them in the box on this link. So I'm going to put my cursor here, copy all of this stuff, Control C, copy. I'm going to go to this link, DADA poetry generator. And it says you can put a paragraph in and it'll make a poem for you. So I'm just going to put my cursor here, paste. So all that stuff I got is there. Now I'm going to put create a poem. And where is my poem? Told tickle she, and her us daughter is a funny, right? So that's my poem. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to go back to my sheet. And I'm just going to paste it in this box. Okay. Then it says, move the words around a little bit. See if you can make a poem that makes sense. I want to be able to see it better, so I'm going to put this all down on the next page. This is just, it doesn't have to, it's a Dada poem. It doesn't have to be anything great. If you can just kind of combine the words to make them make sense, that's all we're trying to do now. Oh, what did I do? So let's see, I'm going to say, just going to kind of, she and she and us. Funny siphon wall with poison wonderful mask. Siphoned wall with poisonous wonderful old mask. Do you laugh? I'll get rid of the is and just say man bleed. If not, we musical. If not, we musical. Poison, wonderful, old. Poison, wonderful, old. Gotta pick one more word here. Siphoned wall, if poison, wonderful, old mask. Do you laugh? Man, bleed. If not, we musical. Poison. If not, we musical poison. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful old man bleed. So there's my poem. Doesn't make sense, kind of makes sense. Got to really think about it, but I've written a poem and I'm done. And so if I were on my, if I had an iPad like yours, I would click on share and I would find the Schoology, put it in the Dropbox, and then move on with your day. Okay? Come and see me if you have any questions. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you kind of make fun. We'll see if anybody's poems turn out okay. If not, that's okay. That's what poetry is all about. We just try things. Okay. See you later. Bye-bye, chicken pie.